Newly released footage shows the incident that led to the arrest of Dallas native and Olympian sprinter Sha'Carri Richardson.
TMZ obtained some surveillance footage of the incident, which happened late.
I didn't do anything wrong, but the fact that you guys are doing this to me and he's the man in this situation, I'm gonna comply. I am. I'm not gonna argue with you at all. But you had me on camera, but at the same time, what he has on camera, I have my phone, show something different. So if I need to show that.
Sha'Carri Richardson didn't just get suspended. She got wiped off Team USA in a single cold email. No warning, no sympathy, just you're done. And the reason? A leaked, uncut video.
In the video, they are in the middle of an airport and he is visibly trying to walk away and she's like pushing him and like hitting him in the middle of a fucking airport in broad daylight. Like, as someone that's quite literally afraid to even record myself in public.
From the airport showing exactly what went down with her boyfriend Christian and why the league is calling this the final straw. Now people are asking, who's really telling the truth here, Sha'Carri or Christian? Because according to reports, she was arrested for allegedly putting hands on him while they were rushing to catch a flight at Seattle-Tacoma International Airport. She probably thought the whole thing would fade once the headlines cooled off, but instead, she got the shock of her life. Team USA cut her loose, and this time, it's not a slap on the wrist. It's full cancellation. Her agent broke the news by forwarding that.
I feel like it was just a sucky situation all around. Like, I don't feel as if like she should have been arrested. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you know, people have discussions and emotions and stuff like that. And she has like things that she needs to work on for herself, of course. And so do I, so do you, like everybody. And I'm the type of guy, like, I'm in the business of just like extending grace and mercy and love. And I feel as if like I don't try to look at obstacles either. Like, I just look at like situations like this to just like, you know, take a step back, analyze yourself mentally, and then just try to see what you can do to be your best self so that you can move forward, so you can just be the type of person and a human that God needs you to be for his kingdom and for his glory. And so that's kind of how I look at the situation. And like,
brutal email from USATF saying she was placed on indefinite leave. In track and field, that's basically a career obituary. No one comes back the same after an indefinite leave. What stung the most wasn't just the decision, but the ice-cold tone of the email. No sympathy, no soft words, just effective immediately, you're out. For Sha'Carri, that hit hard because it wasn't about sitting out until the buzz died down. It was the league making it crystal clear they were done with her. And let's be real, this airport arrest wasn't her first scandal. She's got a whole history of controversies that...
Yes, I do. My name is Sha'Carri Richardson. I do have my ID. Yeah, but I will definitely leave him alone. There's nothing that I want to do with him anymore. Like I said, it was a relationship thing. I need to get my stuff out of his bag.
Are you guys on the same flight? Or?
We are later on in the day. Because our flight ended up getting delayed. We supposed to be leaving around this time of day, but the flight got canceled, so the flight doesn't leave until 10 p.m.-ish.
Okay.
So yeah, so if you don't mind, can I step over here so I can check my ID?
That's fine.
Awesome, thank you.
Almost ended her career before. Looking back now, some fans say it feels like this downfall was inevitable, and the league finally decided enough was enough. This isn't Sha'Carri's first dance with the league's disciplinary board. Back in 2020, she got booted from the Tokyo Olympics after testing positive for THC metabolites. Basically proof she had been using cannabis. Soon after, she got that dreaded email from the US Anti-Doping Agency ordering her into a counseling program and hitting her with a 1-month suspension. That suspension wiped out her shot at the 100-meter.
Yes, I do. My name is Sha'Carri Richardson. I do have my ID. Yeah, but I will definitely leave him alone. There's nothing that I want to do with him anymore. Like I said, it was a relationship thing. I need to get my stuff out of his bag.
Are you guys on the same flight? Or?
We are later on in the day. Because our flight ended up getting delayed. We supposed to be leaving around this time of day, but the flight got canceled, so the flight doesn't leave until 10 p.m.-ish.
Okay.
So yeah, so if you don't mind, can I step over here so I can check my ID?
That's fine.
Awesome, thank you. Hi, Sissy. So you hear me, right? So this is the position that Christian told me to put me into, okay? Because he's a coward, and I don't want anything to do with him at this point going forward. My name is Sha'Carri Richardson. Have no problem.
But the real heartbreak came when she found out she was also dropped from the women's 4x100 relay. Fans were outraged at the time, saying the punishment was way too harsh for something like cannabis, a substance that's legal in most places now. But the league doubled down, saying her suspension wasn't just about the drug test, it was about her attitude. Teammates had already complained about her behavior in training, and coaches claimed she didn't respect authority. Those weren't isolated incidents. They painted a bigger picture. And now notice this.
With letting you know who I am, having put my hands on him. We had an argument. I will be honest about that. An argument, and that's pretty much it. The argument, pretty much, he's a liar. He lied about a couple things that's personally, just in a relationship. I pretty much, officers can understand what a relationship is about, but he lied. He's a liar. And that was something that I kind of just grasped, and emotionally, I'm just like, bet you do your thing, but you're asking me for things that is within my possession, and for my right, I don't have to give it to you because it's in my possession. But when it came to the point that I saw that he chose to make it more about the police and things of that nature, that shows that he made a choice. So I just want to be more professional and just come professionally and let you guys know, like, hey, relationship thing, have no problem, and walking up to you guys.
It's not illegal to argue.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Was there any type of physical assault?
No, I didn't touch him. He didn't touch me. I will be honest.
Hit him with anything?
No, I haven't hit him with anything.
Not one single teammate has stepped up to defend her through this new scandal. No statements, no tweets, no IG posts, nothing, just complete silence. And silence speaks louder than words. But here's the real twist. Why has no one ever truly exposed Sha'Carri before? How did she keep dodging accountability while insiders stayed quiet? That's the part that's raising eyebrows, because her arrest might just be the tip of a much stranger story. And the very first clue that something shady was brewing had fans watching her every move. Just days after the arrest, Sha'Carri's boyfriend, Christian Coleman, popped up defending her, saying she never should have been arrested. Which is wild, because the whole reason she got cuffed in the first...
Christian, are you serious right now?
Washington State, he doesn't get a say.
But I understand, we were arguing. But I understand entirely. We were arguing. Okay, I'm not gonna resist. But I'm telling you that we was arguing. I didn't assault him. I didn't do anything wrong. But the fact that your guys are doing this to me, and he's the man in this situation, I'm gonna comply. I am. I'm not gonna argue with you at all. But you have me on camera. But at the same time, what he has on camera, when I have my phone, shows something different. So if I need to show that, I will. Okay, but I have my phone that shows something different. But Christian, thank you, Christian.
Don't talk to him right now.
Okay, I won't. Thank you so much, officer. They are arresting me right now, Christian. Sissy, they're arresting me right now. Am I gonna go actually to jail right now?
You actually go to jail.
Wait, but right now,
Yes, it's a physical
I didn't. Can he tell you that I didn't do nothing to him?
We have it on
Christian, are you serious right now?
Alright.
Christian, I'm about to go to jail because of you right now. You know what? Okay. I will never fucking shoot again.
Place was for allegedly putting hands on him in public. So the fact that the supposed victim was backing her up sent red flags shooting through the roof. In that video, Christian tried to spin it like Sha'Carri wasn't really at fault, just a bad situation they both stumbled into. But his body language told a whole different story. He was restless, fidgeting nonstop, eyes darting everywhere, barely able to look into the camera. It screamed discomfort, like he was hiding something or being pressured. The second the clip hit Twitter, it blew up. People started dissecting every frame, pointing out how shady it all looked. One user summed it up perfectly. This is a clear case of a DV victim defending and excusing his abuser's behavior. DV should never be tolerated, period. That comment alone lit the internet on fire. What made it crazier was that at the time, plenty of people were still defending Sha'Carri, some even blaming Christian instead. But all those excuses evaporated the moment the next video surfaced, the one that confirmed what everyone feared but only a few dared to say out loud. And let's not forget, Sha'Carri already lied about her role in the whole ordeal. At first, she brushed it off like it was just a normal couple argument that spiraled too far. That narrative only held up because the public had seen nothing more than a short clip. But once the truth started spilling out, her story didn't line up anymore. The puzzle really came came together once police dropped the full 15-minute arrest video, and wow, it showed everything. At first, Sha'Carri played it cool, smiling at the cops like nothing was wrong. But the second she realized she was actually getting arrested, her whole vibe flipped instantly. In the clip, you see her go from calm to fiery in seconds. She started hurling insults at Christian, calling him a coward, and even pressuring him to tell police she didn't do anything. Then she...
And more than anything, definitely a lot of self-reflection, a lot of understanding of not only putting myself in a compromised situation with somebody that I have a deep care and appreciation for as well is something that holding myself accountable. I see myself, I'm taking this time to not only see myself but get myself a certain level of help that overall is going to reflect who I truly am in my heart and my spirit, and not allowing this moment.
Tried to play innocent, insisting she was in the clear. But when that didn't stick, she went full victim mode, claiming Christian hit her first. And here's the kicker. She said he should be arrested instead because, quote, he's the man. But the story didn't end there. A few days later, TMZ got their hands on the CCTV footage of the actual fight between Sha'Carri and Christian, and that's when everything clicked. The video exposed her panic for what it really was. Guilt! Because clear as day, the footage shows Sha'Carri shoving Christian, putting hands on him, and invading his space aggressively. No more guessing, no more excuses. The proof was right there on camera. And Christian, he never even fought back. If anything, he looked like he was just trying to get away. But the more he pulled back, the more aggressive Sha'Carri became. That footage didn't just expose her, it made her look manipulative. Because let's be real, if the whole thing hadn't been caught on tape, she could have actually convinced people that he was the aggressor. She had no problem throwing Christian under the bus the moment police put her in cuffs, but once her lies were exposed, the silence from her camp was deafening. No defense, no excuses, just nothing. It was like everyone knew the truth had finally cornered her, so the only thing left was for Sha'Carri to speak up. But when she finally dropped her apology, it backfired instantly. The video went viral, not because of her words, but because of how she said them. She talked about accountability, self-reflection, and asking forgiveness from those she hurt, especially Christian. But her delivery had fans side-eyeing her big time. On camera, she didn't look like someone owning up to serious behavior. She looked like someone casually telling a story on IG Live, smiling, laid back, almost playful, way too relaxed for something this heavy. Fans were convinced the whole thing was scripted by her PR team, and instead of damage control, it just made her look even more fake. It's hard not to think the same thing after watching that apology video, but Sha'Carri didn't stop there. She doubled down with an IG story aimed directly at Christian. She wrote, "I apologize to Christian. He came into my life and gave me more than a relationship, but a greater understanding of unconditional love. From my past trauma and pain, I was blind and blocked off to not only receive it, but give it. I love him and I can't apologize enough. My apologies should be just as loud as my actions. Honestly, louder. To Christian, I love you and I'm so sorry." Sounds sweet, right? But just like her first video, fans weren't buying it. They called it fake remorse. Too polished, too rehearsed, like she was performing for the cameras instead of speaking from the heart. One user put it bluntly, she already had a bad attitude, got caught up, and now she's assaulting a man in public. Time to pack her up. If the roles were reversed, Christian would have lost everything. Another fan even tagged her sponsors, demanding they drop her immediately. "I don't like her apology at all. She doesn't seem sincere and she's smiling way too much. Nike, Sprite, and Hike Paris hold her accountable and cut her off." And that's where things get messy, because the brands have stayed completely silent. Before this drama, Sha'Carri had multiple high-paying deals, but insiders say those contracts could now be hanging by a thread. Big companies like Nike don't play when it comes to their image, and if she can't shake this scandal, she might be on the edge of losing it all. Brands don't hesitate to drop athletes who mess up their squeaky clean, family-friendly image, and Sha'Carri might have crossed that line for good this time. No official announcements have been made yet, but insiders say her phone has been blowing up with brand reps asking if she can even fulfill her contracts anymore. Meanwhile, new deals are frozen, lawyers are getting pulled in on both sides, and Sha'Carri is watching everything she built slip right through her fingers. And what's wild, she's gone completely silent. No posts, no fiery clapbacks, no bold statements. The same woman who used to run straight through every scandal with her chin high is standing still. If this suspension holds, it's not just about missing Team USA. It could mean the end of her entire career. Like, share, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Sha'Carri can bounce back, or is she officially out of the race? See you on the next one.